Let's talk about Jennifer, who is basically revealing what we all knew. She is the worst when it comes to getting in relationships with men. So Jennifer Lopez might have just admitted to having less than perfect taste in men. You don't say, niece. We've been saying this for years, but I'm glad she's self-aware. But let's entertain the foolishness, shall we? So, she's recently at TIFF promoting her new movie, Unstoppable, which stars Don Cheadle, Bobby Cannavale, who I absolutely love. I've been in love with me some Bobby Cannavale since he was in Third Watch. That's him with the brown outfit on. But he's been with Rose Byrne for like 100 years, so he's taken. Like this never stopped me. But anyway, so the Let's Get Loud singer could be overheard telling the actor, as in Bobby Cannavale, who's 54, I'm a bad picker. This is per a video taken by the Hollywood Reporter. Now, Cannavale had trouble hearing Lopez at first, so she repeated the phrase at least 2 other times to him, while also laughing off the candid admission. She then appeared to say, "It is what it is." Well, damn, it seemed like she's just been talking to anybody who will listen about the elephant in the room, and that's her relationship with Ben Affleck, which has been the dominant conversation in many a tabloid, many a, entertainment pundit, including myself, have been talking about Jennifer and Ben in this situation since the spring. So like a good 5-6 months, we've been talking about her. But it's good like she was at this event and she was talking about it. Now having a bad picker, do we really need an explanation for this? They're talking about that it means that an individual consistently chooses the wrong person or has a tendency to pair it with similar types of people who are just not right for them. And it goes to show that, you know what? What is it about Jennifer that she continues to pick the worst type of dude or guys with problems or whatever the case is? I don't know what the issue is with Ben. We have speculated many a times on this show, and I really don't feel like going down the laundry list of different reasons of why Ben is a mess or people with addiction issues. Because we heard stories about allegedly Mark Anthony is addicted to heroin. I mean, I heard them stories back in the day. He do give heroin sheet with that, with how he look. But when it comes down to it, Ben got his issues with alcohol. I don't know what other people's issues are, but yeah, it do seem like she picks, maybe she tries to pick people that she could fix. Who knows? But I do say, like, when it comes down to Jennifer needs to look in the mirror and figure out what's her issue before and work on herself before she gets in a relationship with anybody else. Can I get an amen up in here? I just realized I went on a whole RuPaul thing. Excuse me. Since the Marry Me stars been married 4 times, including to Ohani Noah from 1997 to 1998, I did post pictures of what everybody looked like there. And gotta say, Ohani looked good. He's aging well. Chris Judd from 2001 to 2003, and the father of her children, Mark Anthony, from 2004 to 2014, which I believe was like the longest she was in a marriage because she was with him for 10 years. And then her latest ex, Ben Affleck. Now, Lopez, already filed for divorce. She did it, what was it, August, like a day before my father's birthday, which was August 20th, which was the anniversary of the day of their 2-year anniversary. It was their 2-year anniversary on August 20th. So she did it that way. So she was doing it to make a statement. I should also point out that I forgot to add to the mix in regards of because look at it. First of all, this outfit is a mess. I don't know who put her in this, but they should be fired. Fire your stylist, Jennifer. Like, we know you got body, yada, yada. You've been working hard. We know that you're trying to show Ben what he missing. I don't even think Ben cares. Because he does seem like he's been out smiling and having a good time, spending time with his children. But no, this outfit is a chop. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't mind a woman of a certain age because she's in her mid-50s. She still looks good she still looks youthful. She works hard on her body and keeping herself looking good. But this outfit is a chop. I'm not liking the cutouts and the bows. It looks tacky. And then the little disco dress. It looked like you got two tablecloths in the front and the back of you. I know you're trying to draw attention or whatever, but no, the outfit is a chop. But I forgot to add, she looked like a damn disco ball. But I forgot to add on the end, Jarrell Jerome, his fine ass, who's playing her son in the movie. Damn, now Jennifer's at the age where she's playing the mother of older kids. even though she has teenagers, I should say that, who are 16. So they said their official split. We don't need to go into the whole thing about what their split came over because we talked about it enough times. Y'all already got the tea. But it's the fact that she was with this man because Ben always was feeling he who knows? I don't know. I don't want to misdiagnose anybody, but apparently he had mood swings. He's always going through some things. People said that he gaslit her, that while she was in her relationship with A-Rod, who allegedly was, sliding to other women DMs while they was in a relationship, that Ben was in interviews talking about it. He was love bombing her. She was at her most vulnerable, and then he swooped in and started his mess, and she fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. And then 2 years, like their previous marriage, I mean, not marriage, but their previous relationship 20 years ago, 2 years in, they wound up breaking up. 2 years into the marriage, they wound up breaking up. So it's a mess. But some people was thinking that she was flirting with Bobby. You better not, because Rose Byrne gonna beat the shit out of you. You better not mess with her. And that's his longtime love. They're not married, but they're together. But the people was in the comments going in on her, talking about that she was being I guess pushing up on him based on her body language. I don't know if there's any other pictures that we would have. No, that's Ben. We don't need to look at his ass again. But let's leave it there. So the people said the following in the comments. I gotta scroll up. Okay, so where did it go? Oh, okay, I found it. It was because they was at the Toronto International Film Festival. I lost my place for a second. So they also said this. They said Rose Byrne is hotter. She better step off. This is what one fan commented, while another person joked, working towards her next ring. El anillo pa cuando. So they said a third person opined, she so badly wants to be seen looking hot and talking / flirting to other men. However, a fourth user pointed out via Twitter, for the uneducated, JLo has worked and has known that man for over 20 years, referencing how the co-stars also appeared together on 2004 Shall We Dance. That is true. She does know Bobby Cannavale. And people need to realize this industry is real small. A lot of them know each other, especially a lot of the A-list. They all have worked in some sort of way. But yeah, y'all see this picture. But let's take a gander over to this picture because Matt Damon, who is Ben's best friend, produced the film. So we all knew that Matt was going to show up. And I did make a joke. I was like, I wonder how awkward things is going to be between these two because Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are besties. Y'all know this because they grew up in Boston together and they wrote Good Will Hunting. And then, the career became what it became and they won the Oscar. So of course you need to have him on the end and have Don Cheadle be in the middle so that way there's no situation. But one of my friends went and photoshopped a middle finger on the both of them on that they've given each other the finger behind each other's situation. But that may not have been what had happened because apparently, there was some talks that was going around, I believe, from Page Six. A bunch of others were reporting it before they actually protruded the pictures of Matt Damon and Jennifer deep in thought at the after party. But now there comes word that he shut her down at the situation because he was like, what you're not going to do is in this conversation, because like what she said, I'm a bad picker to Bobby Cannavale. I'm not going to be a listening ear when it comes to you talking shit about my best friend. Because I feel like I'm in that way too. Like I'm caught in the middle. You're not dragging me in that mess. Whatever you got going on with him, that's between you and him. And if me and Ben go hang out, it's the same thing. I don't want to hear nothing about you and Jennifer. Keep that to yourself. This reminds me a lot of the same similar situation that she had with Anthony Ramos. Remember, Anthony Ramos was supposed to be in her This Is Me Now music video disaster extravaganza, whatever the hell you want to call it. He was supposed to be in there, but he turned it down because he's like, that would be a betrayal to my friendship with Mark Anthony. And she didn't understand it. She couldn't compute. So I'm like, sis, you ain't got no friends? Like, you don't understand that? Like, there's a loyalty that comes with friendships. And it's like, if I've known this person before more than I've known you, no, I'm not fucking up my friendship with this person because you want to be messy and whatever it is you want to do. And that's what she giving, messy. I know some people say they probably sitting there praying. I doubt it. But because I don't think he's Mr. Church cuckoo for crazy like Mark Wahlberg. I don't think he's like that. And then some people saying that, oh, them two gonna start 100. First of all, don't play in. What you're not gonna do is make Matt Damon that person, because that he ain't doing that, and Luciana ain't putting up with that either. That's Matt's wife. So yeah, they said that eyebrows were raised when Lopez, 55, and Damon, 53, were spotted holding hands during a private moment at the event held at TIFF, which is the Toronto International Film Festival. First of all, it was nothing sexual going on. You could tell by the body language that it's just like they're having a moment, that they know things are awkward. So it's, I'm gonna take your hand. We're having conversation. I'm got my head down. I'm listening to what you gotta say and taking it all in. He's present. It's the body language is saying that I'm present and I'm listening. Now, the Henny from the Block Singer and the Born Identity star had their heads close together and looked serious as they engaged in a reported 20-minute conversation. I can't believe somebody actually sat there, pulled out the stopwatch, and took in account how long they was up there conversing. Now, Lopez is said to be keen to talk to Damon about her estranged husband in the wake of their divorce, but Damon was reportedly not having any of it. Said Matt Damon shut down any attempt that Hannaford made to discuss Ben at the premiere, an insider told DailyMail.com exclusively. Saying it was her timing that was so awkward because she would have known that pulling Matt aside at the event to have an intimate talk was going to get picked up and go viral. Of course she did. And and as somebody pulled out a thing and they're taking photos and all this other stuff, she knows what the body language, what this is going to give. Hannaford loves attention. She loves the spotlight. We have told stories about how she would set up paparazzi shots. A lot of celebrities do it. They call these the TMZs. And so you think that they all of a sudden they just sitting around waiting at LAX to ask Jonathan Majors or whoever else comments about what's going on in their life? No, they call these people. They set all this up. She did it too. Who knows who took the photo? But she knew, and we all knew this because the minute I heard that Matt Damon was going to be at the premiere and Ben was sitting it out, what was going to happen? This was her opportunity to make a spectacle. And then Matt's going to get caught in the middle of it. And now he's probably got to sit and explain to his friend what the hell's going on in this photo. And what stunt she trying to pull. So they both equally messy. I'm not saying Matt is, but I'm saying Ben and Jen. So the source continued, said her whole hand on his hand was a nice touch, but he was not having any of it. He told her he is glad she is doing well and is thankful for her participation in the film, but he made it clear he was not there to talk about Ben at all. Now, at one point, the pair were sat together at the corner of the party, and Jennifer had her hand on Damon's while he bowed his head as if in prayer. Bow our heads and pray for God's blessing. That's what we used to say in church. Now, despite how fans have interpreted the images, the insider insisted that Damon was not praying with her and that he stressed that he would always have Ben's back no matter what. Because you got to realize, I said when it comes to it, bro, no shade, man. I'm about to get real vicious with this mouth. But how's that different than any other time I'm on this show, right? Bros before hoes. That's just the way it is. The same energy, like I said, that with Anthony Ramos and Mark Anthony, you're getting with Ben and Matt. They've been thick as thieves since they were kids. You really think they're going pick hoes before a bro? No, that's not how men rock. No shade. It's just the way it is. And if a lot of y'all can't understand that, oh well. I don't care. It is what it is. That's just the way it is. And that's no shade. I'm just saying. Now they also said that Jennifer turned heads in a disco ball inspired revenge. That was a revenge riff. They need to burn that shit in the damn fire, bonfire, because that outfit was ugly. And it's like, yes, we know Jennifer got body out of it, but we've seen her in better. I've seen her in better. We've all seen her in better. So, Ben Affleck, and I will say this, the reason why Damon was there, and I said this before, he's a producer along with her husband on Unstoppable, which is a sports drama about Anthony Robles, who was born with one leg and goes on to become a champion wrestler in college. But Affleck and Jennifer plays his mother. Jerome plays Anthony Robles, actually. And Affleck, stayed home because he didn't want to deal with her. And plus, the press would have eaten this up. So it's a soft blow to get Matt there versus Ben and Jen in the same room. Oh, you know the press would have eaten that up. They eat her up every single time. I don't know why. Sort of Valentina and and Aja. No, but they said that the Let's Get Loud hitmaker was happy to head to the Toronto Film Festival to promote the film because Unstoppable means a lot to her. She wants to support it. But then there's also, I believe there's another movie that Matt and Hennifer, well, that Ben and Matt are producing that she's in. I can't think of the name of the film off the top of my head, but yeah, they got another movie. Oh, I know what it is. It's Kiss of the Spider Woman. There's a remake of Kiss of the Spider Woman coming out that Hennifer filmed out in New Jersey back in February. And they're both producing it. So that's the next film that she's got coming out. Remember Cheetah Rivera was in that? Well, a lot of y'all probably don't remember that, but yeah, Cheetah Rivera was in that. So there's another picture of them. And she moving them hair extensions out the way so you can get the full effect of her face. So anyway, I say all this to say, child, if a stunt queen had a name, it'd be Jennifer Lopez. So I say all this to say, what do y'all think of this story? Are you buying that she was trying to start some stuff between Ben, like come between a friendship and give her side of the story, whatever. He don't want to get involved. Matt out here doing what he doing the Lord's work, which is making his movies, producing and creating whatever he need to create and give the opportunity. Like he just being Mr. Hollywood, make his movies, whatever the case is, being an artist, a creative. He ain't got time for the pomp and circumstance. He ain't got time for the shenanigans. You know, Hennifer lived for all of that. So he ain't got time for that mess. And, you know, it is what it is. And the whole thing with her running the Bobby Cannavale, you know, with her woes, talking about she a bad picker. At this point, it says, I already told you what you need to do. You need to go the Madonna route and the Cher route. Stop trying to get married. Get you a young thing to clean your pipes, vaginal pipes, and tell you how pretty you are all damn day. Get you a gullible ass 29-year-old and just walking like a dog, in the words of, Saucy Santana. So that's what you got to do at this point, because ain't no love out there for you. Not once you get right within yourself. And it's a lot, like someone of her stature, who gonna marry her at this point? So let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.